Good morning, everybody. Monday morning, driving into rush hour traffic, and last day of September, and I am less than a week now from leaving to go to South Africa. Today what I did, been doing everything I can just to rest, given our schedule. We were Melissa and I were in, I think it's considered Dayton, Kentucky. River City Barbell hosted, Lee Woody hosted a strongman competition that both Eric and Ben Odom competed in. And both did well. I know Eric was in the novice class. Both were in the novice. I want to say Ben was in the heavyweight and Eric was in a middleweight class. It was United States Strongman. What is that, USSA? I'm not sure. Anyway, both did really well. I think under the circumstances, the gym was super hot. That's not a slight on the gym. That's just the way it is, and that's the conditions. It's so hot everywhere right now, and during the day, they started at 11 o'clock. It was probably 95 degrees, right there across the river from Cincinnati. The one event that I felt like they were the most prepared for, the keg clean and press, was the one that seemed to get to them the most. We did not really have a way to, well, let me go over first what the events were. The first event was keg and press. There was 3 kegs. I think you had 60 seconds to clean and press the 3 kegs. The second event was an 18-inch deadlift done with a deadlift bar off of blocks. And third event was a Hercules hold with 2 cars. Fourth event was a truck pull, was done with a semi. And the last event was a series 4 or 5 stones. I believe it was 5. And I don't have it set up. We're doing an addition to the gym where I will have a setup where you can do a stone series. But we had it set up where they could train stones, but you could only really load one at a time and have to unload it and go to the next stone. We just didn't have the facility to do it. We had no way to do the Hercules hold, but I did have them train grip twice a week, and they were really prepared for keg. I have kegs and deadlift, and they had done extensive work on truck pulls, and so I felt like they were pretty prepared. But the most prepared, the one that I felt like they'd be the most familiar with, was the keg press, and it just kind of got them. It's one of those things. It's when you do it in training and you're not under the duress of the clock. Both of them rushed a little bit. It was Eric on his second one and Ben on his third. He got it almost up there to the clean position, just couldn't quite hold it. But that seemed to be, the general issue. Deadlift, Eric hit a 525. He did not think he had it in him, but when I saw his opener in his second attempt, I knew he could make up some points that way. Ben hit 605, which is what we expected, and kind of gassed after that. That was his second attempt. Grip of the Hercules hold, Eric only held it about 5 seconds. It's one of those things where unless you feel how that tension is going to feel, it's hard to be prepared. Ben had done a lot of extra grip work and held the 2 cars for probably a healthy 20 seconds. I don't know how his competitors fared as far as time goes. I will say this about Ben: as a novice heavyweight, he was by far the lightest. Truck pull, both of them blew through the truck pull. Again, I don't know how they did in placement, but I couldn't be more happier with how that turned out. I did not see, at that point, Melissa and I had to get back on the road. It's a pretty healthy drive, and we both had work that had to get done yesterday. So I did get video of Ben barely breaking his jaw with the fifth stone, and dove out of the way, got back up on his feet, and finished his series. I did not hear or see how Eric did with the stones, but he did get second place overall in his class. So again, congratulations to those two. No more than they've been training, time-wise and doing this. This was Ben's second event and Eric's first. And I look for both of them to continue to improve. I'm not sure what they will do next. We're probably going to spend the next 8 weeks just doing some conditioning and just working on getting stronger, doing some things athletically, to get them a little more prepared. They're both very athletic, but they both give away a lot of size to their respective weight classes. So we'll see, what happens next for both of them. And then I do not know how to pronounce Mel's last name, Melissa Avanesian, and I could be completely wrong. We've known each other for a little time on the internet, and we have met. She has a team of lifters that she coaches, and they came to Nashville a little over 2 months ago, and we did a clinic just talking about the ins and outs of competing and training. And she asked me to come on board to help her get ready for a meet that she competed at Saturday, and had a great day. Went 8 for 9, squatting 150 kilos, 30 pounds, 176 in the bench. Let's see, right at 380 pounds for her second deadlift, and did everything in the world but lock out 402. So had a really good day, 8 for 2, and given the time that we prepared, I think a little bit more time, and she'll go well over 900 pounds in total. So I was really excited about that. So it was a great weekend of competing for the Team Ogre folks. Today I did my warm-up routine that I will use at Worlds for bench, and easily under 15 minutes from start to finish. I did the bar for 20 kilos. I did 70 for 8, 120 for 3, 170 for 1. I get in the black slingshot and do a single at 210, and then I'm ready for the shirt. And I felt like I didn't rush too much. I had one person helping me load the bar, and someone helped me get in the slingshot and then get out of the slingshot, and I hit the time clock at about 13 and a half minutes. So I feel, plenty good about that. Warm-ups, I will squat tomorrow night to the opener. Warm-ups will be, I generally like to do 3 sets with the bar, just to kind of like get loosened up. And probably what I'll do is try to work my way into, the whatever flight that I'm in. I'll try to get the bar sets out fairly early. I'll do 70 for probably 3, and I get in the suit. I do 120, 170, 220 for 1. I go to 270 with light wraps, and I'm ready for my opener. So that's something that, we should be able to also get down pretty quickly. So it looks like there's roughly eight lifters per flight in the heavyweight classes. So I guess that's probably going to be between 120 and 120 plus, both M1 and M2, if I looked at it correctly. So it'll be fast paced, and will probably make all of us be a little bit more conservative, and that's kind of what we've been working to. I feel very comfortable with the 300 kilos, and we'll know more once we see what the attempts are. But I'd like to end up with between 320 and 330 in the squat. It all depends on the timing. Bench will probably be 260 to 270. It really just depends on how it shakes out. Again, I will much rather err on the side of conservative. 250, 270, and then kind of see where we are for the third deadlift. I think I've got anywhere from 280 to 285 in me if it's needed. Everybody will be traveling, and that didn't seem to affect me too much when I went to Japan. But I mean, each time is different. This flight will be about 3 hours longer, and we've got a bit of a bus ride. So we'll kind of see how all this plays out. Probably the thing I'm the most nervous about is just getting there. Once we get there, hopefully that'll settle in really quick. But basically what I'll do the rest of the week is finish packing. I did start packing over the weekend, trying to make sure I had plenty of everything. And today I did the bench warm-up, and tomorrow I'll squat. Wednesday I might just do some light upper body assistance, lats, traps, maybe some hammer curls, just to kind of push some blood. Thursday I will bench lightly. I'll go over that with Ahmed, just kind of see. I've been benching on Thursday. I don't want to not do anything, but just make sure I'm moving and staying in the game and not going crazy. So Friday I'll probably pull my opener, since it's far enough out. Again, I'll go over that with Ahmed as well. He may not want me to go up that high, but I'm pretty secure in the opener. Saturday we will bench in the shirt, and that'll be my last session before I leave, and I'll bench my opener. We leave Sunday. I will arrive sometime Monday. Probably Tuesday I'll look to see if I can do somewhat of a deload, nothing crazy, and then be ready to compete, and we'll see how it goes. And that's it. I will be gone from Sunday to Sunday for the Team Ogre folks. I sent out this week's programming yesterday, and some of you have received programming for the following 2 weeks. I'll be trying to get 5 or 6 people programmed per day, and then have that done before I leave Sunday afternoon. I don't know what the wireless Wi-Fi situation is going to be, but I'll have a laptop with me and my phone, and I'll have to play that by ear. So I will not deny I'm a little nervous. This is only going to be my second IPF meet as an athlete. I'm nervous when I coach, but I'm nervous for the lifter. This is a big shot for me. I don't deny that. It's important to me. It may not mean anything to anyone else, but I never thought in my career that I would do a USA powerlifting meet, let alone make it to an IPF platform. So it's pretty special for me, and it's certainly a highlight in my career. And I've been very fortunate to do a lot of things. So I'm excited to get to it, and I'm also excited to get back, because the following week I go to Chicago, and it's USA Classic Raw Nationals, USA Powerlifting, and we have 5 people lifting from Team Ogre, and I will be coaching a buddy of mine as it stands now. So it'll be good to see a lot of people and catch up with a lot of people too. After that, I think I am home for the rest of the year. I don't think that there's any travel. I know we have a USA powerlifting meet in November, and then from there I'm not really sure what we have going on. Everything's kind of pointed to this spot in the calendar, but I'm eager to go compete and see how I stack up against the rest of the M2 guys, and looking forward to nationals. And then I'm looking forward to getting home, spending some time at home, and I'll be gone. I'm missing Melissa's birthday, and I really hate that. But I've got some things set up to, hopefully ease that. She's really busy with work and school, and so she'll probably appreciate the quiet time. But I'm eager to get back and start training. The last year and a half has really been about getting reacquainted with single ply gear. And while I have a long background in equipment, the last several years before I went raw and started doing Olympic lifting and strongman was multiply, and it has been a challenge. And so I don't want to future trip too much, but I'm looking forward to next year. I really think that's going to be, barring any injury or issue, that'll be where I really can show my potential, and then we'll see what the future holds. I'm at the point in my life too. I'm 54, and how long is it wise to stay my size? I'm probably way past the time of being wise about it. So I'm thinking about what the future holds, and without getting too far ahead of myself, I'd like to take another run at nationals next year, and if I'm fortunate, maybe another run at Worlds, and then we'll kind of see. With all the travel and everything, in the gym continues to grow, and I'm very grateful for that. So we'll kind of see, how things shake out over the next, year and a half. But I'm super pumped to go to this meet. Chris Elmore, Dale McLaren they're from the Atlanta area, and I'm looking forward. I fly in with Chris, and I think I'm going to be wrapping Dale, and so I'm really excited to be there, and we'll see what happens. So thanks for listening. Thanks for following. I have a list, and I'll talk about that another time. The GoFundMe page was a big success, and has basically paid for my entry fee, my uniform, and my flight. And I am completely overwhelmed and humbled by everyone's not only generosity, but like people. We didn't really advertise it, and it did get, as people found out about it, it got posted, and some friends of mine that I've not seen in years donated, and those things mean so much. You do this a long time, and you give so much of yourself, and people don't forget that, and so it was really a blessing that I did not expect, and so I'm really appreciative of that, and I will definitely take some time to thank everybody individually. And when you're giving to causes, whatever it may be, whatever you decide to donate your time and money, I will tell you personally that I can attest to the fact that every little bit helps. I had people give $5, $10, $15 to some really big donations, and so I can assure you that it means a lot to the people that are on the receiving end. So I'm truly appreciative of that. So this has clearly been long-winded enough, but I appreciate you guys following along and your support financially, and through email and messages and text messages. It's really been quite the journey. So thanks, and have a good day, and stay tuned. We're close.